the owner of facepaint.com, and I am thrilled, as always, to have the great Mara Zegers. She represents our Dutch contingent,
Yep.
of which it is the capital of face painting in Europe. There's more face painters per square inch in Holland than there is in any other European country. Now, you guys can argue with me on that one, but I don't think it's. I think it's absolutely true.
I won't argue. I'm not sure if it's true, but
It sounds. That's the important thing.
we have a
Okay,
lot of face
so
painting
with
brands.
that said,
Yeah.
yeah, you have a lot of face painting brands. You have face painting stores, suppliers. Germany have a lot of face painting. I mean, other than Krylon. Anyway, so with that said, we're going to be doing Valentine's Day designs. So Mara, take it away.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Welcome everyone. We're gonna do some Valentine's designs today because I don't know about you guys, but I'm always like frozen. Like, okay, what am I gonna paint with that has to do with Valentine, other than just hearts and flowers, you know? So I thought maybe I can think of some things, and maybe we can see together which works for you. So I'm actually gonna start with a heart, just to because a heart shape can be tricky, especially if you're just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of hearts can get a little bit wonky, like they don't look like a heart anymore. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to give a little tip.
Okay, I'll turn off your other video. Now we're just seeing the
Ah,
board.
that would be great. Yeah. I'm just gonna load my brush with some red to show you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter which brush you're gonna use to practice this because the brush doesn't matter. A round brush should be good. Okay, and I have a blank one here. You can see the face underneath from the next board. But if you want to paint a heart, then if you start out with a cross like this, so just
Okay.
simple. And
Hello,
then,
Pennsylvania. Hey, Kim. Although she just
hi
finished
there.
her Valentine's Day design. So
Ah, okay, and then you're gonna draw some lines to the corners to make it a square. If you make a cross, the square won't be wobbly as well. You just filled it
just
in.
to point out, that looks more like a square.
It does. Yeah. So
So,
if you have a square like this, then you're gonna take a circle and you're gonna divide it
uh-oh.
up, and you're gonna
Uh-oh,
put
frozen.
one piece here, and the other piece you're gonna put over here. And if you fill it in, it looks like a heart, right?
Yeah, that looks like a heart.
Good. So that's the way you can easily make hearts if you don't know how to start out with this. So just make some crosses and start making them into squares, and then take two half circles, connect them, and you have a heart. Okay? So I wanted to
Okay.
start with this because we're going to do a heart design. Because, yeah, well, let's go with the cliches as well, right? We need some of those as well because all the little girls will be saying, I want a heart. So we're going to paint that. And we're actually going to start with a pink heart on this one. So I'm gonna take this Craze palette, just the basic. I'm not sure what it's, the fundamentals, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take this pink. Gonna load it up. I have this amazing brush from Juliet Eve. I started using it lately. It's a
We're
.com.
gonna
It's
have
really
another webinar with her. I think Wednesday at
cool.
4:30 Eastern, and she's going to demo her brush line. So if you guys want to see her brush line, you can see it on Wednesday.
She's awesome. Yeah.
She is
Okay.
awesome.
Some of you guys probably heard about focal points. So you want to start in some points on the face to make the flow go better. I'm going to start at this point. You can start a little lower, but I'm going to go a little higher. Just to start out, these faces can be a little bit too cartoony sometimes, which means that this is it's hard to find the right point on a real face like this. So just try to find it on here, and then yeah, so just start out. And then maybe on a real face, you have to find where it's exactly centered like that. Okay, so just to make it easy again, I'm gonna start with a cross. And then I'm gonna make it into a square. Like that. And use the two half circles. If you practice this a lot, then you probably can do a heart freehand as well. But if you're like, my hearts are always a bit wonky, then you know what to do. Just to be sure. Now it kind of looks like a pentagram. We don't want that, so we're gonna fill it in. Gonna pick up some more pink. Okay. Let that dry for a little bit. Maybe just clean it up a little. Whoop. Went a little wonky there. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna take a sponge now. And I'm gonna take the Craze Trail, the big block. And I'm gonna use this as a little eyeshadow for a girl. If it's not a girl, then you probably have to think about what you want with the eyes. You can do some, I do some lightning sometimes for boys to make it less girly. And just go over the eye a little bit with the sponge. Is everything visible, Blake?
Everything. Everything is visible.
Good. Okay. I picked up two colors from the block. You can see it on the sponge, the yellow and the green. And keep the yellow on the insides of the eyes. You want to keep the darker colors on the outside if you want to make a cute design or a pretty design. If you want to make an ugly design, you want to change it around. But that's another class for another day.
The ugly design class? We'll pitch that one. Everybody want the ugly design class? Just raise your hand.
Okay. The difficult thing on these boards is that the paint dries a lot slower, of course. So I'm gonna load up my brush with some white. Maybe I have to dab this hard a little bit to make it dry faster. Just gonna try. Yep. But it smudges a little too. But that doesn't mind because it doesn't matter because we're gonna go over it with some line work, so you won't see it later on. Okay. Just some white, some wax white. Doesn't matter which brand. And I'm gonna make two eyes. Two oval shapes. Pick up some more white because your brush will get a little pink. Like that. And we have to let that dry as well. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a finger sponge. I've already made it pink a little. But I'm gonna pick up some more pink. Gonna make it a little wet. And this is the glow cake from Craze. Okay. And actually, I'm not gonna, because now it's loaded fully, but I'm gonna dab it on a towel to take most of the paint off. And I'm gonna use it to create some circles around the heart. Gonna use that later to put some decoration in. Just a little as a background. Maybe over here. You can use this as a little blusher kind of way as well. Doesn't have to be symmetrical, but sure, it's okay if it is.
Doesn't hurt anything.
No, it doesn't hurt. Okay. Let's see. Can we do the next step? Yes, we can probably. So I'm gonna pick up with another round brush. I'm gonna pick up some green and I'm gonna use the same cake as I used for the eyeshadow.
Okay.
It's good about these big cakes that you can pick up one color more easily. You can load it more easily. And we're gonna draw in an iris. So just another oval into the white one. Yep, like that. And while I'll still have some on my brush, I'm gonna draw some little green hearts.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna keep them open for this. So you have to practice the square shape if your hearts are
Miriam
difficult.
Biza like the square into the heart.
Good. If you want to do an open heart, you won't have you can't use that tip probably, but you can close it. That's also good.
Teresa asked if I can't finish this class, how do I watch it later? Well, good news is we're going to send you a link to the video if you're on Zoom. You can also go to facepaint.com on Facebook or YouTube, and you can watch it again there. So that's how you watch it, Teresa.
Yeah. I'm gonna share it as well, so you can also see it on my page.
And what was the split cake again?
This one is the big cake, and this is the trill
Is there
from Craze.
Yeah.
So I don't have to put many green hearts, just a little here and there. This
Okay.
is probably enough. If you can't you do an open heart, then just put down your brush like this. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So just put it like this, make a small teardrop, put another one over there, and then you have your heart shape as well.
Awesome.
It works. So to make it more even, let's put one over here. So it's not the only one in the design. Like that. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do some other hearts as well. Well, my I don't know if you can see it, but these eyes are still drying, and if I'm gonna dab them, that's probably not gonna be good. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit, and then to use that time, I'm gonna go around with some other things. So I'm gonna use the same brush, the dot comma from Juliet Eve, and I'm gonna pick up this palette. And I'm gonna use the reds. And we're actually gonna use the red for a couple of things. We're gonna make a mouth on the heart. And to do that, we're gonna create a smile. Like that, keep it on the point of your brush. And I'm gonna elongate this smile a little. Like that. Fill in, but don't fill it in completely, because here we want to create a tongue later on with the line work. So this is enough. Let's pick up some more red to make sure the point is good. And we're gonna use this to create some more hearts. And if you put them in these circles, they're gonna seem like glowing. But some outside of that are nice too, because it doesn't all have to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna put one here, but I'm gonna leave some space for some white dots as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pick up some more red. Make sure you don't smudge your other paint.
Right.
With all these bright lights, it dries a little quicker, so that's a good thing.
It is.
It does. Like when you're on stage, it's really hot, right?
It is.
Okay, let's put some random. Put some over here. Some smaller ones. Maybe a closed one as well. So drop. And a closed one here. See how easy it is to make hearts like this? It's nice. Let's put a closed one here as well. Great. And we're gonna do with the same red, we're gonna create a little shadow on the heart. And yeah, that's visible, right? Then we're gonna go like this and go up and let it waver off. Okay. Okay. The eyes are
Hello,
almost right.
Mexico. Cute as a comment. I used to teach Chris Uphues to my students. This reminds me of his work. Well, there we go. That's high praise, I would think.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the eyes are almost dry, so I think I can work around it. I'm gonna use some black, also some wax black. And I'm using a very small brush right now. Usually I actually go for a number 3 or something, but I use a number 1 right now, and that works. Especially if you are not that sure of your line work yet, then a number 1 is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with the nose actually, because it's in the center, and I'm gonna smudge it probably if I don't do it right now. So I'm gonna make a little cute nose like that. And then I'm gonna go around the eye.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up some more paint, not actually because I'm running out of paint, but to create a nice fine point on my brush. I'm gonna go around the green.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're probably all thinking, okay, but on a wiggly kit, this is not doable. Stop it. But it is, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just threaten them, then it's okay. No, you shouldn't do that. No, but
We at
if you
facepaint.com do not recommending threatening children. I just want to say that for the record.
No, but
Unless they
you
deserve it.
will.
I mean, there's a few of them that deserve it. I get it. Fair enough. But generally, no,
No,
no.
no, it's also practice. So like that. Okay, we're gonna outline the mouth. Just go around the upper line, the smile, and then go down. And then create a tongue. And I do that by doing two round shapes like that. And then if you have some space for it, create some smile lines. And let's give him some eyebrows as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. That's a cute smile, right?
It is.
And we're going to go around the heart. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, a little bit wonky. Just go over it. It will be fine.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. And I'm going to give it some arms and legs to be able to give hugs. So we're gonna, that's why I actually left a little space in here
Mm-hmm.
and in here, so I can put some hands. I can actually gonna make it like a stick figure.
Kayla says, love all the artists on here. You should get aerial paints. There we go.
Yeah, Ariel paints is a nice one as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she does that, but who knows? So create an arm at this side as well. And in cartoons, it usually looks better if you don't try to put 5 fingers on each hand. Actually looks
No,
more natural if you just put 4.
that's my understanding as well.
Yeah. And then give it some legs. We all know this part on the nose is a bit more difficult. So you don't want to make this too complicated for yourself. So just draw a line down and then give it a flick to the side. That will work on any nose.
Mm-hmm.
So like that. Okay. Then the finishing touches, because it needs some highlights to come alive.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to pick up some white again with the number 3, actually. See, I don't mind. It's both okay for me. And the eyes are dry now, so I'm going to put in some dots. Just a little dot. And then an even smaller one just above that to give it some character. And I'm going to put some highlights here. Like that. And you don't have to do this, especially on a job. You can skip this part, but you can do some lines around the figure to make it
Lisa
more
Bowman
like.
says it's cute. Kim Houston says it's cute. Kim Houston. Hi. There we go.
You don't have to go around the entire heart. Just a suggestion of these lines will work. Actually, I wouldn't recommend going all around the fingers. I usually find these corners. And then I go from there. Okay, I don't know, maybe I'm in the way of the camera, but I like that. Okay, you see how it's popping out right now?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna use some more white to create some more hearts here and there. And some dots. And on this side as well. A little heart. And some dots here as well, just to even everything out. If I just put dots at the bottom and not at the top, it will look weird.
Mm-hmm. It would look crazy.
So that's the first design.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody can take a screenshot or something
Yeah,
and then we'll go on to the
makes
next one.
sense.
Yeah, good. Okay. So the next one,
Okay.
I'm
No
gonna
Houston.
use, I'm sorry?
Nothing. It was somebody was saying, Kim was saying I shouldn't use Kim Houston Hyman. I should just call her Kim Hyman. Okay, I'll call Kim Hyman from now on.
Okay, good. For the next one, I'm gonna use some more dimmed down colors, some calmer colors. And I'm gonna use this block, the Puppy from Grace.
Mhm.
And I'm actually gonna do something that most people, yeah, or some people, I should say, don't like. I'm gonna mix two colors up in here. So the white and the brown. I'm gonna make my own color of it. So kind of like a beige, I guess it is. And I'm gonna use this to create some squares. But not actually squares, rectangles. But I'm gonna start the first rectangle also from like this point, and I'm gonna go up like that. Try to make them as straight as possible. Actually, try to fill it in like this. On the board, it's more streaky than on skin, of course. So on the board, you will actually see where how I did my lines. On skin, it's better. Okay, and we're gonna make several squares, rectangles like this. So we're gonna go from here. Make sure they don't meet up at this point. It's actually better if they overlap each other.
Mhm.
Like that. Try to mind the eyebrow. Like I was saying, these faces are a bit different, of course. The black eyebrows on the blonde kid. That's, yeah,
Well, yeah.
something you don't see every day, right?
No, no. Just to let you know, we're about halfway through.
Okay, good. Gonna pick up some more paint and create another triangle in here, a smaller one. And let's go to this side first. Gonna go like that. Okay, depending on which face you're painting, you're gonna want to put in some. You're gonna have to figure out where it fits best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we're gonna do one over this as well. Okay, so basically you start out with a bunch of beige rectangles first. Then we're gonna pick up the same cake and we're gonna do another bit of blending. I'm gonna use a dark color to create this color for the shadows. Doesn't have to be too dark, just a little bit darker. And we're gonna shade them like this. I'm pretending my light is coming from this angle.
Mm-hmm.
So all the shades will be here
Mm-hmm.
and all the highlights will be at this angle.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna create some envelopes. This one is a special one because it's the front one. So this will be a little bit different from all the others. If you see the finished picture, you know where to stop, but just leave a little space open in the middle here. And here we're gonna go in with the shading color as well. Actually start like that. You can kind of see the shape like an envelope like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do the same here. Start with the top. This one is underneath that one. Okay. This one is covered by that one, so you can see the whole shade of it.
Okay.
So this is still doable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one is pretty wet, so I'm gonna start with this one. You see, I'm not that precise actually. You can do this a lot faster if you know where to put the lines. This is still a bit wet, so we'll mix in a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so we have a bunch of envelopes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take this palette again. And I'm gonna take a brush that I used in the previous design for the red. So I'm gonna pick up some red again. This is the Juliet Eve brush. Make sure it has a nice point. And we're gonna draw a little heart in the center of this one. Because of course, at Valentine, you get lots of mail, right? So this is a special one. Okay, and we're gonna draw a little figure on top of this.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that, we're gonna pick up some orange. I use a lighter orange, but it doesn't matter. And if you want to make it blue, that's fine too. Okay, we're gonna draw two shapes here, two ovals like this, and the other one a little bit smaller. These are two arms kind of hanging over the envelope. Maybe make it a little bigger like that. And we're going to create round shape like that. Create a smaller round shape on the inside because we're going to fill it in with a different color. And this we can make orange. And then we're going to create two smaller circles. Fill it in because we want to make a little teddy bear. Okay, let that dry. And then with the same brush, we can pick up some yellow from the palette. To create this shape. Okay. Then we're gonna pick up some darker orange. You can also use red, but I like this design to be a little bit less flashy. So I'm going with some muted tones. And we're gonna create some shadows. Like I said, they're all down here, the shadows. So create them here. Like that. And then a little bit on the head of the bear as well. The ears. And I'm actually gonna put in something in his ear. And then a little around it as well. That. Maybe a little where. And that's enough. Let that dry. And then maybe we can do something with the red heart as well as a shadow. We pick up a little of the dark brown. And just create a little shadow in here. Like that. Okay. Then we go to outlining. Takes a black. You could use a dark brown as well. Especially on a little kid, if you want to make it cuter, then the black can be a bit harsh. So the teddy bear is still a bit wet. So I'm gonna go with the envelope first. Can be a little dry on these boards. So pick up some more paint. Like that. And then keep on the top, keep the black on top of the brown. If you can.
Sure.
Outline the heart.
Oh, Mara, what are we gonna do next time? Do we come up with that? We're gonna
Yeah,
do
we
a
did.
master class, but the other one in June.
The pirates.
Pirates. We're gonna do pirates in June. That's right.
Okay. And the bear is actually dry enough for me to outline it right now. So I will, because then I can make this line as well. Like that. Give it a little snout and a smile. And then here, just a half a circle to create something of an indentation here.
They're very pretty designs.
Thank you. And then we're gonna create 2 little dots, basically on either side of the nose. Like that. And we give him some eyebrows. Okay. Now outline the rest of the envelopes. Like I said, try to make them as straight as you can, but it's on a face, so it's not really straight. Just want to make sure it reads like an envelope. I'm probably gonna go smudge a little, but
Creative face painting says that's so cute.
thank you. I like all the cute designs. I was just telling Blake I've just been to Japan and everything is so cute there. So much cute stuff.
It's a lot of cuteness, no question.
Yeah, I really love it. Okay, almost there with the line work. Okay, now we have all the line work and then we're gonna go on with the highlights. So pick up some white, some wax white. The highlights are opposite to the shadows. And then put some little dots inside the eyes. Make it come alive. trying to figure out how to show this without being in front of the camera, but it's basically the same. So I don't know what to do by now.
What happened?
Not sure. Can you still see me?
No.
Oh, that's not good.
That is no good. It just disappeared.
You can see the other one, right? Okay.
Probably, but I turned it off. So, yeah, it just went out. And we were puttering along, just looking at our cute bear, and
Gonna try.
yeah, it just went on.
Maybe I should log in again. I'm gonna try to leave it and come back again. Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah, you don't have to. You can leave the computer on.
Yeah.
Sorry about this, folks.
So sorry.
Face Painting May was saying that it was very cute. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technical problems.
Yeah, it can be difficult sometimes. Yeah. It's coming along.
Is it coming on?
Yeah, it should come now. So sorry about that, folks. Seems to be a Wi-Fi problem.
Recording in progress.
Okay.
I still have to change the camera.
Yep.
And zoom in. Yes. Okay, so we can continue. I'm so sorry. But it works now, right?
Yeah, sound's on again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, we're back.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, and we're almost finished with this design, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. We have about 11 minutes.
Yes. Good.
This is
And
so stinking cute, says Rosie Posey's art.
thank you so much.
Wendy says, Wendy Olson says it looks good.
Good. So put some stars and dots in there. And you're good to go.
There you go.
So take your screenshots. And then we're going to the next one.
That is very cute.
So there it is. Okay, then on to the last one. And we're going to make this a quick one. And I wanted to show you that you can use your normal designs you face paint for Valentines as well, by just adding a simple touch. Gonna try to show you. I'm gonna pick up 3 of these colors with this brush. It's a 3/8 angle Verona brush. And I'm gonna pick up the blue with the tip of it. So mostly green, just a little blue, just a little yellow. And it's okay if the colors smudge together a little bit. I need it pretty wet for the board. So like that. And I'm gonna create a little monster design. And I'm gonna go in with this wiggly shape. Go down. Go all around like that. And then go up. Do some extra ones and then some smaller ones. And just go around like that. And then I'm creating two little ones to the side, two round shapes. If there are actual eyebrows here, you just let them fade into the eyebrow.
Okay.
Because if you don't have to make this movement then because there will be hair, so it looks hairy already.
I think my internet connection went out for a little bit.
Ah, okay. I don't know. We're still kind of connected, so yeah.
Okay, maybe we were. Hello, DC.
Welcome. Okay. So like that. I'm going to create a little bit more filling in here. Like that. Okay, and I'm gonna color not that much right now because first we're gonna use some other colors. I'm gonna pick up a round brush and I'm gonna pick up this cake again. This is the Glow from Craze. And I'm gonna use the orange.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna use it to create a little nose in the center.
Okay.
Little oval sideways. Like that.
I'm afraid to touch anything.
I get that. And then we're gonna pick up the pink from the same color block as well. And this is a trick. If you want to make anything Valentine, just give them little heart eyes. Okay. They are a bit wet right now, so the lining will do the trick, I guess. And we're gonna use the pink as well to create a mouth. And we're gonna do a little crooked mouth this time. Oh, like that. Pretty wet. But that's okay. And then we can use the angle brush to fill in a little bit the inside. But it already works like this. Let's pick up a little. This and a little in between the eyes.
Little monster.
Yes, a little monster. And that's what I'm saying. If you're used to painting a little puppy or a kitten, or just use some heart-shaped eyes, and that will make it more Valentine as well. Especially if we create some little hearts around it as well. So like that. Create one like this. Go like that. Still have to wait a little for the eyes to dry. So we're gonna pick up some red from the palette again. And we're gonna go and make some hearts. In between. Like that. Okay, and we're gonna use the same red brush for, I'm gonna use a little sponge to dab off a little. Hopefully it won't smudge. Well, that's okay. And then I'm gonna use the red to fill in the mouth a little. Leave some space open for the tongue. That, and create 2 shadows in the eyes. Like that. And I'm gonna go on with the lining. I think Blake's connection went away, so he will probably be back in a little bit, hopefully. But I think you can all still see me. So I'm gonna go and outline this. Use a little bit more paint. Like that, 2 heart shapes. Around the nose. That. And around the mouth. Create a smile. Crooked one. And the tongue in there. And let's go around the monster. Don't be too precise. Doesn't have to be. It's a monster. Can be anything. So just try to incorporate all the green and blue. And just wiggle around it. Okay, like that. Actually, with monsters, sometimes it's better to be imprecise, to not be that specific, because it will actually look better if you wiggle. I will post videos of these on my own faces on my Instagram and Facebook, so you guys can see what it looks like on a real face. And then create an outline around the paws. Like that. Around the other one as well. Like that. So a cute little monster, right? And then we're going to go ahead and do the last step, the highlights. put a little dot in each eye, like that. A little bit on the nose, a little bit on the tongue, like that. And a little bit here and there in the fur of this monster. A bit on the upper part, because that's where the light comes from. And a little on the paws as well. And I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the blue of this cake, the trill. And I'm gonna use that to create a little bit more shade in the fur on this side. Like that. Just a little bit here and there. Okay. And I'm gonna use the white to create some more dots. Okay. And that's the finished design. So I think we're right on time. I hope you enjoyed this class. I don't know if Blake will be able to come back, but I'm sure that he would like you to know that there's another amazing class next Monday on facepaint.com. And thank you all for coming. I hope to see you next time. Bye.